Welcome back, everyone, to another Dead by Daylight video. New Survivor just came out with their 3 new perks. We got a new quest system, so super cool looking. But we've also got a brand new rift. We got a new rift. They've also switched up how the rift is. It now takes 100 rift fragments to go up 1 tier instead of 10, but luckily the challenges and whatnot are changed to work with this as well. So now the challenges give out more rift fragments than they usually would. By the looks of the thumbnail of the video, it looks like it's going to be plant themed or forestry themed or whatever. So that's going to be cool. The free section and premium section have been swapped for some reason. I was kind of used to the free section being on top, and I don't think it matters too much. Anyway, onto the reaction, we will be starting with the top, which is the premium section, and I believe this is a new rarity called Ascended. Our first skin that we have is for Hattie, called Flowery Dream. So yeah, now we have our camera here, we can react to this properly, and so can the viewers. So we have this, what's it called, Flowery Dream. So this is a Ascended rarity for some odd reason. If it changes the animation, that would be, I mean, I guess there are flower petal particles falling off of her, so that's cool, I guess. I do feel like, though, this doesn't really, as pretty and cool as this is, I don't think Ascended rarity makes sense for this, if I'm gonna be honest. Unless she has special animations other than the particle effects which fall off of her from her head, then yeah. But other than that, she looks alright. She looks like she would be a Disney princess of sorts. Sort of. I don't know. Anyway, next up, we got a charm for any character, rare charm, Toadstool Cluster. So, as it's stated, it's a small cluster of mushrooms. There's a little leaf there, and there's also a slug on top of it holding a sprig, I guess you could say, as like the circular part where it holds it. It's gonna be hard getting used to these rarity changes, because yeah, green is now blue, so it's gonna be interesting, and yellow is now green, so that's gonna be a little bit difficult to get used to. Alright, when we're on the free section, Wreathed Crow, which is a very rare badge, I think? Does it say badge anywhere? I don't see where it says badge. But yep, it's a wreath, it's a crow with a flower crown and a watering can for some reason. Alright. We'll just quickly move on from that. Next up, we have another badge, very rare badge, Flowery Dream Portrait, which is a portrait of Hattie in the new Ascended skin that she has. Very nice. Hattie figurine, which is, of course, a figurine of the skin in the beginning here. So I'm assuming that'll also mean we probably won't get a whole lot of these anymore, since we already got this and this. We might get a banner later, though. Pretty cool figurine. It'd be interesting if they made these types of figurines in real life. That would be cool. I'm sure people would probably buy them. Obviously, maybe versions with this and versions without it. So like a small version and then a bigger version for as like a figure collection rather than a keychain collection. But other than that, it's very nice, very nice. Next up, we got a very rare headpiece for Adam Francis called Flower Coronet, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so very interesting. I do feel like part of it doesn't really fit him. I will say that. I'm just gonna say that. The gold looks cool. I like gold and purple together. It's a good combo. That's one of the reasons why I have that one artist skin on from a code. It looks all right. I just don't think flowers fit the character very well. Next up, we've got a banner called a rare banner called Ominous Woodpile, which I'll admit looks very odd. Oh, it's a woodpile and the entity is around it. Woo! Spooky. It's very, very strange, but hey, whatever you say, I guess. Next up, we have in the free section, we have a Jake Park headpiece, very rare. Azure shading. Oh, he has a ponytail as well, so he's long hair. He has long hair, a ponytail, and it's got a lot of blue. His hair is very glowy and blue, light blue. Very interesting. Very cool indeed. Although I probably won't be using this on Jake. I already have a specialized skin for him anyway. Okay, anyway, next up we have an uncommon charm. For any character, it's an called Overgrown Mic. I'm going to assume this is meant to be like either a recording device. I don't think it might be a spirit box, or it's one of those special, was it EVP devices that paranormal investigators use. They like record their stuff and then they try to see if they get any paranormal sounds coming from it. I think that's what that is. And it's just got what looks like, I don't know if those was lilies? I don't know. There's flowers growing over it. Anyway. Alright. I also just remembered something, so I'm going to, after I finish reacting to the rest of the pieces here, we're gonna do the full outfits, because that's what I completely forgot to do. We're gonna waste a whole lot of time being here if that's the case. Let's try to go through these a little quickly. Very rare Adam Francis torso, leafy shawl. I think that's how it's pronounced. That's makes him look very bulky, I'll admit. It makes him look very bulky. Buff even. He's got a little apple on the center there, that's cool. It kind of looks medieval-esque as well. It's very interesting. Anyway, next we got a very rare charm, flowery tincture. So a potion bottle or a chemical bottle of sorts with flowery vines on it. Very interesting. All right, next up we got a rare badge called Mystery Cabin, which kind of looks like Shrek's outhouse. But yeah, it's a worn down shack, wooden shack with a bunch of moss and plants growing on it. Anyway, next up we have a very rare Jake Park torso called Clan Jacket. Interesting. He's wearing a short top here, so you can see his belly. He's wearing a jacket of sorts. Looks like a jean jacket of sorts with a little... looks like he's also wearing another plaid jacket at his waist as well. And he's also got this thing on his back. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I think that's a heart on one of it, stitched onto one of the pockets as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, next up we have a very rare Adam Francis legs Glade boots. Okay, so yeah, we got these aren't really boots. They're shoes. They're just regular shoes. Not really boots, I guess, but sure. And then, of course, his cape kind of gets in the way. We'll just look at the full outfit here and look at it from there. Anyway, yeah, it looks like he was just out in the garden one day and he got attacked by And he got attacked by a bunch of plants, and now he's wearing greenery all over him after he escaped. A medieval garden, specifically. Because obviously he looks like he's wearing medieval type clothes. But yeah, very cool. From this point on, though, the premium section, we will be looking at the full outfit rather than each individual piece to save time. Alright. Next up, we have a Wraith cosmetic. So we're going to actually be looking at the full outfit. We're not going to be looking at them individually now because, let's be honest, I want to be able to play some games today, so we're gonna do this a bit quicker. So the outfit is called Bruising Roots, and this headpiece is called Overgrown Cloak. So we'll be looking at the full outfit here. So if I remember correctly, I think I've seen an outfit like this before. It looks close to something I've seen before, I feel like. But it looks very cool. It looks like you could, I think if you played with this character, it would probably blend in with the surroundings very easily. He's kind of cutting off at the top here, but it looks cool nonetheless. Anyway, next up we have a Luscious Hook, a rare badge. Alright. Very interesting. It's a blue looking hook with some blue flowers on it. I think that's like a blue hue. Maybe it's not the actual color, it's just blue hue that's making it look blue. Very interesting. Next up we have an uncommon badge. Oh no, not badge. Charm. Called Blighted Bouquet. Interesting. Very cool. This is very cool looking. I like this. It is 2D, unfortunately, which it would have been cooler if it was like a 3D flower. That'd be awesome. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Next we have Creeping Pustules, a rare banner. So these are the blight flowers essentially. It's a very cool. I think this is a very cool banner. I like this banner. Looks pretty nice. Next up we have Striver's Torn Jeans, very rare Jake Park leggings. Yep, so they're basically just jeans. They're very bright blue jeans. So sock and some boots there. Look at the full outfit. So this makes him kind of look like a biker almost, like a biker, part of a biker gang or like a clan of sorts. I mean, it's still called the Lone Wolf, which is a bit weird, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe he's on his own, who knows. Anyway, we move on to page 4. We've got a set for Zarina called Subtle Diversion. Look at that. Interesting. So we got full green with some weird looking patterns on the insides of the leggings. We got some flowers, very tall growing flowers here. She's wearing the sandals, or whatever kind of sandals you'd call those. She's got a very intricate gold necklace. She's also got some triangle looking earrings here. It's kind of hard to tell because some of the details are really small, and it looks like she's got a lot of makeup on from the looks of it. A little too much makeup. And then we have purple tips on the hair. Purple, the hair has strands of purple in it, and it's mostly at the tip of it. Very cool looking. Very, very nice looking outfit for Zarina. I'm sure anyone who mains Zarina will be happy to see a new skin for them, I guess. Alright, next up we have a rare charm called Alluring Lotus. That's what it's called, lotus flowers. I think that's what it was on the other thing. So yeah, this is looks like it's a metal or paper lotus flower. It doesn't look like a real one. It looks like it's made of paper or metal of sorts, like a thin paper or metal. Looks really cool. I wish you could like actually look at it properly, but you can't. So I wanted to look on the inside. I'm sure that'll be visible somewhere. Next up, we have a rare badge called Fungal Generator, which, as it states, it's a generator that's infested with fungus. So, cool. Okay, anyway, next up we have a very rare banner, I believe, called Sinking Slowly. So it's a banner of Hattie in her ascended outfit, flying in the middle of the woods, surrounded by trees and flowers and lots of other greenery. Next up we have a Skull Merchant cosmetic called Murky Water. And unfortunately, this is completely a recolor of an existing skin. It is literally a recolor of the gold skin that we have from the couple of previous rifts. I think it was like 2 rifts ago. It's a complete recolor, so nothing much to see here. It just looks more green and mossy, and that's it. Very unfortunate. Next up, we have a skin for Orella Rose immediately called Night of Spring. So we'll take a look at that. Very interesting, very interesting. So she's got like a big afro sort of thing going on with lots of purple flowers in it. I can see some lilacs, I think. She's got a green dress, mostly like a white green, sort of like a very light green, and some moss. Of course, there's some moss and whatnot creeping up the clothing, and some flowers growing on it. Very interesting skin as well. They also looks like they put some makeup on there as well. Very interesting. Next up, we have an Ascended rarity. I think is this what they changed Iridescent to? Iridescent is now Ascended or something for skins. Ascended rarity banner called Drinking Nectar. So it's basically bees drinking nectar on a bee and a butterfly drinking nectar. Oh, it's animated, that's why. And it looks like some of the flowers have a little bit of a goof juice on them, you know? Just a little bit of jelly jam, you know? Obviously, I know what it is. I know what it is, obviously. Anyway, next we have a rare charm called Spring Crow, and it's a 3D charm. The crow is blue for some reason. I didn't even know crows could be blue. And yeah, they're sitting on a stalk of some yellow flowers. Look, they kind of look like dandelions almost, or some form of daisy. Anyway, we'll move on to page 6. We've got a nurse skin. We have a very rare nurse skin called Deadly Harvest. Ooh, that looks really cool. Ooh, I like these bits on the back that sway behind her. That looks really cool. I love that. This is probably one of the coolest nurse skins I've seen. Yeah, sure. It's really cool. I don't know what these are. I'm hoping that's not blood or something. But yeah, she's got fungus and she's got flowers all over her. There's moss everywhere. This looks like a really cool skin. Her hand is completely green. That looks a bit off. Why does it look like plastic? Her hand looks like it's made of plastic. Or wax or something. Either way though, it looks really cool. I love this skin. This looks amazing. Alright, next up we have an uncommon charm called Skull Den, and it's 2D, it looks like. So pretty much exactly what it states. The skull is covered in moss and fungus, and this mouse seems to be living inside said skull, since they are currently resting on top of it. Alright, next up, a very rare banner, Pray for Death. Alright, so very simple looking banner. Got a fox eating their prey, it seems. And some background stuff of some grass, some rocks, maybe some trees in the background. I don't know if that's a building or if it's just some weird structure a natural structure of sorts. Anyway, next up we have another ascended rarity, Charm. I think it's a Charm, a Mushroom Moon. It's called Mushroom Moon. It looks like it's got some particles on it, sort of, but they're not moving. I mean, they kind of blip out of existence when you're turning it a little bit, which is cool, but I find it hard to believe that this is an ascended rarity. I feel like this is more of a purple, but whatever they say, I guess. Alright, next up, we have a singularity skin called Deathtop. Haha, funny, funny. And alrighty, so we've got... So this is what it looks like. I think we saw this as a... this is actually one of the... This is a Rift skin, and it's in the free section. So this is a community-made skin, if I remember correctly. Very, very cool. You can see the little thing spinning there, the PC head. This is very cool, I like this. Then we have this section here, which looks like it's on fire. There are multiple sections here that looks like it's on fire. We have the blade. The weapon is like a computer chip sort of thing, like a motherboard almost. The screen is completely static. I was kind of hoping that they would have, like, in the concept art for it, I was hoping they would have, like, the smiley face or the frowny face or whatever on it. I thought that would have been fun. That would have been a fun little detail to have. But that's alright. It's a purple rarity, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I love the skin. The community skins are amazing. Alright, next up we have a very rare Claudette skin called Yesteryear Event. I don't know what that means, but cool. Very simple looking outfit, I will say. Makes her look very fancy, very nice. Oh, she has green bits in her hair too. I didn't even notice that at first. Very interesting skin though. Very interesting skin. Alright, next up we have a very rare banner, not badge, banner, called Haunting Tale. Oh, that looks like that looks like the dredge. That looks like the dredge back there. But yeah, this is a very cool looking, very creepy and ominous. I like this banner. It looks pretty cool. Alright, next up we have an Ascended Rarity badge called Sleeping Fox. So obviously it's animated, and that's really cool. I like the animated ones. The animated ones look really nice. But yeah, that's the Sleeping Fox. I like the little ear twitch as well. Anyway, we're gonna move on to page 8 now. So we have 2 skins here. One in premium and one in free. So we have a very rare Fang Min cosmetic set called Spiral Fall. Very interesting. Ooh, we got the flowers going on down the back. That's cool. Of course, you have all the moss everywhere near the bottom. She looks like this looks like someone that would be a princess. She looks like she looks like she would be a Disney princess, or like, I don't know. She looks like a princess. That's what she looks like. I mean, other than like all the moss and whatnot on the bottom, she kind of looks like a princess. The top half looks like a princess. Okay, next up on the bottom here, we have a very rare cosmetic set called Late Bloomer. So it's entirely green with some flower bits. We got some more mossy look on the bottom of the pants here, and he's barefoot actually. He's wearing slippers or slip-ons. I don't remember how they're called. I don't remember exactly what they're called. I think we'll just call them slippers. She's got a necklace here as well, the cool rectangle glasses, and he's basically shirtless. That's cool, I guess. It's cool skin though. It's pretty good skin. All right, next up we have a very rare badge called Little Friend. Oh, and this is also a community. This is a community badge. That's cool. I think I've seen this one. Yeah, I've seen this one. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, next up we have another Ascended Rarity banner. And there's a lot of Ascended Rarities in this one. Called Altered Campfire. Okay, that's really nice. I like that. So you have the fireflies around here, the fire is animated, and then of course it's surrounded by a flower field, sort of. It's surrounded by flowers. I don't think it's a flower field. I think it's just surrounded by flowers for no reason. Alright, next up we have page 9, which is the last thing here on the list so far. We'll look at the top, we'll look at the last skin after we look at the badges and whatnot. So this is a Charm Dredge figurine. So this is literally a figure of the Dredge, I assume of the skin that we're about to look at soon. Very nice, very cool. And then we have a purple, very rare badge, Mycelium Nightmare Portrait. So this would be, I would assume this is part of the Dredge cosmetic as well. So we'll just go ahead and immediately look at the new skin. Why are they that far back there? That is awful. Why are they that far back? Why would you do this? Whatever. Anyway, they're covered in fungus. They're covered in that. There's this that one plant, if I remember. So it's that one plant that eats bugs, I think. It's a carnivorous plant, is what it is. And of course the face is all sorts of disgusting and weird. And it's spewing spores everywhere. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I wish that the game would let me see it. I don't know why it's so far back. Let's actually, I want to see if it will work if we play the Mori. Will we be able to see it easier if we play the Mori? It's super dark, but you should hopefully be able to see it better. I could kind of see it. Anyway, we've got 4 pages now. Unlike the last time we had 2, we have 4 pages left over. So the rest of these are just recolors. All of these are just recolors. Every single one of them. And it looks like there's multiple recolors as well. So first off, we'll just look at the recolor for this. We got blue and orange instead of the usual green. Very nice. And we'll look at Fang. Same thing, blue and orange instead of the usual green. And pink, I guess it was. Okay, apparently Chucky is here as well. Then we have this guy, Adam. Blue and orange, once again. I wonder if it's meant to mimic the blighted flowers. I wonder if that's the case. Next we have this, the nurse skin. Blue and orange again, very nice. I do like the green one better though. I like the green and pink one better, the original variant. And then we have Hattie's as well, which is, once again, blue and orange. Okay. Then we have the Dredge's skin again, which is blue and orange. Also, can barely see it because they don't know how to properly put the skins down for some reason. Alright, and then we also got more recolors. Deep Rift 2. We have a light blue and golden color, which looks cool. And this one as well, light blue and golden color, with the green still being very prominent. And we have this as well, more gold and blue. Very nice. And of course, this one looks more like a greenish gold rather than, it's more like a greenish yellow than a gold, but it looks cool nonetheless still. Alright, and then we've got, okay, we already got that. The Dredge as well, the Rift 2. Chucky, shut up. Anyway, yeah, this is the Rift 2 cosmetic for Dredge. You can't move it around for some reason. Very cool, very interesting. And I think, and then we have Deep Rift 2 for Hattie as well. Literally, we got 2 recolors for everything. Yeah, very interesting. And then, of course, we have even more recolors, which is Deep Rift 3. So now we have 3 recolors. So we have one for Hattie, completely glowing bright blue. I'm glad they do kind of give options for colors as well. We have a glowing blue for this one as well. More glowing blue. It's reminiscent of the original Deep Rift colors almost, where there's a bright blue in it and there's dark blue. Then we have the Nurse's one, which I'm not gonna lie, the Nurse one actually looks very majestic in a way. Not majestic, ethereal, I should say. Then we have Fangs, and then we have Dredge. It's kind of like it's evolving almost, and then the last one is just straight up infinite blood points, 5,000 per tier, which I think is still kind of ridiculous. 5,000 for this much is ridiculous. Anyway, that is it for the Rift. If you guys enjoyed this reaction and you want to see more, make sure to check out my previous Rift reactions. I will say I wasn't able to do the previous couple of Rift reactions due to the fact that I completely forgot to move my camera around. So this time, this is going to be my setup, so it'll be much easier to do Rift reactions as well as make videos on Dead by Daylight easier. But yeah, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos like this, or just from me in general. And without further ado, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!